afterwards, I'm told, so I won't come into one today. All I ask is, where's the cameraman? You're on this side. So we'll have this. But this is, I'm just going to say, this is fantastic. We've been waiting for months for this to happen, and it's great.
Okay, folks, we've had the cutting of the ribbon onto the premises, and now we're going to have the unveiling of the support centre itself here. So I think 2 openings in a way. So it's my great pleasure, assisted by the other members of Parliament here, to now unveil the premises.
Here. Oh, you got the spelling wrong. Pendle Hill.
This is certainly history in making, 50 years of Indian migration.
We just have to do a spell check on that. Pendle Hill.
Pendle Hill. No, it's telling all the time.
So my wife is still in our family. So,
We're 2003.
Ready? This one, the camera. Ready? Yeah. Thank you. One more.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request everybody to please join us in the backyard there.
I didn't say that I'm not right. Maybe that's what
फोटो नहीं आएगा हमारा
डिफरेंट हो गया
आया मैं संदीप साहब
One, two, check.
Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to Indian Support Center inaugural launch. Thanks everyone for taking your time out and coming here. First of all, let's start the program. And sorry for the delay. So first I would like to introduce Mr. Subba Varigonda, President of Indian Support Center, who is a visionary, community at heart, dedicated his life for more than 23 years in community service. He has served as 3 times President of the Telugu Association since 1993, founding member and first President of the United Indian Associations 1994 to 96. He was also a founding member and President of the Council of Indian Australians from 2012 to 2014. I'll hand over the mic to him, and thank you everyone for coming once again.
Friends, I would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to all of you who gathered here on this Sunday, 26th of July, to create history for the Indian community living in New South Wales. I would like to extend a very, very warm welcome to our distinguished guest, Dr. Paul Joseph Hugh McDermott, member of the Legislative Assembly and member for Prospect. The Honorable David John Clark, Parliamentary Secretary for Justice. Thank you. Mr. Kevin Connolly, Member for Riverstone. And Dr. Jeff Lee, whom we invited and he accepted the invitation, he would be joining us shortly. May I also extend a very warm welcome to Ms. Julia Finn, Member for Grand. Can I extend a warm welcome to our community leaders? Praful Desai, President of the Council of Indian Australians. John Kennedy, President of the United Indian Associations. Dave Prasad, Secretary for the United Indian Associations. Vish Vishwanathan, former President of the United Indian Associations and Federation of Indian Associations, Vish, thank you. Various other community leaders, the Indian press, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The Indian community of New South Wales, over the past 2 decades of my active participation, have created many organizations, simple associations to complex umbrella bodies representing the Indian community, each one dedicated to a number of community service activities, but one thing common, all of them were working on a virtual basis. A lot of community leaders have in some form or the other have been providing some service to service in the form of virtual mode. Early this year, while I was working as the President of the Council of Indian Australians, I saw an opportunity where we could create a facility that could create a physical office for the Indian community that would deliver services in the following areas. Facility for community organizations for meetings and other purposes, point of contact for new arrivals into Australia, support for the unemployed, including the long-term unemployed, support for victims of domestic violence, dissemination of information from and to the Indian Consulate and the Australian government. I would like to say a big thanks to the New South Wales government and Premier Mike Baird for their grant that could see this centre coming up nicely over the past 3 months. In particular, may I take the opportunity to say thanks and acknowledge the efforts of Andrew Rohan, the former Member of Parliament who assisted in securing this grant. I take this opportunity to read out a message from Andrew Rohan, who was kind enough to send this across, although because of his prior commitment, he could not be present today. Address to Subba, Varigonda, Tony Collato, and members of the board of the Indian Support Center. Thank you for the kind invitation to attend the inauguration of the Indian Support Center at Pendle Hill. However, due to family commitments, regrettably, I was not able to attend today's festivities. Today, you are reaping the fruit of the seeds you sow last year, and you should be extremely proud of this achievement. It was your vision, your hard work, and your perseverance that guaranteed the success of this project. You had very good idea of what the Indian subcontinent communities of Western Sydney needed and wanted. And that is what exactly you have delivered. This center will provide support and resettlement services for the first time to many families arriving from the Indian subcontinent in Western Sydney. It is a cause to celebrate. The Indian Support Center is at its infancy today, and soon it will face new challenges as the demand for services will eventually grow, which will require future expansion. I am confident with your wisdom and unwavering dedication to this cause in serving your community will ensure a successful future as well. Friends, personally I am proud that I was able to play a small part in the success story of your project. Thanks to the Premier Mike Baird and the New South Wales Liberal government for providing the necessary funds and support to this important and long overdue project to service our neglected communities of Western Sydney. Enjoy the rest of the festivities with my best regards, Andrew Rohan, 26th July, unquote. Today, the much awaited dream of having the Indian Support Center for our community has been realized. While we have created the facility and equipped with necessary infrastructure, we are working with the Holroyd Council to finish a few formalities related to the DA approval. I'm sure this will be completed very, very soon. While we achieve this milestone, the hard road is ahead. There will be challenges in running this center. There is an ongoing need for two most important resources. The resources of constant stream of volunteers and the much needed money. I seek the support from each one of you to offer yourself as a volunteer who can spend time here, a volunteer who can act as a mentor or in any other manner. I also seek the support from the government and the opposition alike to lend some financial support to keep this center going. To all of you, you can also pass the word around to other organizations for using this facility. Finally, to all the Indian communities, I appeal to them and say, here is your facility. Use it, support it, and help us keeping it going. Finally, may I acknowledge the support of my entire committee and their families, consisting of, may I request each one of you to come here, please, present yourself here, please. Tony Colanco, Vice President. Tony, could you please come on? Stanley D. Cruz, Secretary. Dr. Srinivas Pilamari, Treasurer. Leroy Maggie, I think is not there. Jasprit Chopra, Committee Member. And Anupama is one of our other committee members due to time reasons. She could not be here today. May I just say our special thanks to Charities New South Wales who have granted us the status of approved fundraising approval there. A special thanks to Rakesh Joshi from Southside Taxation who kindly accepted to be our auditor the moment we approached him. Thank you, Rakesh. I would like to say a big thanks to a special lady here who probably has little to do with this project, not being in the committee, not from the Indian community, but origins from the Indian subcontinent, and who is assisting us in a big way, keeping a set of keys, offering voluntary support, providing us with coffee and tea all the time, coming and saying hello to us whenever we are here, jumping in and getting some vital things done, example, taking the initiative and getting the lawn mowed yesterday morning when she found that this event is just one day away. And she was just back from India yesterday morning, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and say thank you to our neighbor, Pushpa Rani. Thanks to the Council of Indian Australians, with whose initiative this project has taken out. Also, thanks to them for providing the public liability insurance at no cost to the support center. Thank you once again for all of you for turning out in such good numbers on this wonderful Sunday afternoon and make this event an eventful one. Thank you very, very much. Now,